Good evening. Thank you for joining us for the 2020-2021 Rio Salado College High School Equivalency Graduation Ceremony. My name is Kelly Stewart, Associate Dean of Instruction and Community Development at Rio Salado College, and it is my honor to welcome you to this very special event. This moment marks the achievement of 240 graduates in 2020 and more than 70 graduates in 2021 who have persisted on their educational journey despite all the challenges we have faced as a collective community. Graduates, you have shown your determination to succeed, and although we cannot be together to celebrate in person, your noteworthy accomplishments are reflected in this time we have together today. Before we begin the graduation proceedings and celebrate the formal advancement of our graduates, we will begin with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
For this ceremony, we are joined by our amazing graduates, dedicated family and friends, instructors and staff who never stop believing in the potential of each student, governing board members, Rio Salado College leaders, and the Arizona Department of Education, all who create opportunities for students to pursue their dreams and advance through education. We are all here to mark this occasion and to share congratulatory remarks with our graduates as they pass this important milestone and enter a new chapter in their lives. I would also like to recognize and thank our many community partners such as A New Leaf, the City of Phoenix and Maricopa County, Arizona at Work, Arizona State University, Chicanos per la Causa, Dress for Success, Goodwill, Grad Solutions, Maximus, Opportunities for Youth, Phoenix College, Seroptimus, St. Joseph the Worker, and Year Up, all who provide resources to our students to help them persist and succeed. We are very lucky to have your support. Next, I would like to acknowledge our students who graduate this year with honors. Each year, we have a number of graduates who earned their diploma and were also inducted into the National Adult Education Honor Society or completed Adult ACE. Both are very special accomplishments, and less than 1% of our students graduate with this honor. This year, 5 of our HSE graduates were also inducted into the National Adult Education Honor Society. We would like to recognize Renee Alvarez, Stephanie Anderson, Galinas Bayless, Aaron McKay Freeman, and Misty La Duke for this outstanding accomplishment. We also have 3 graduates who completed the Adult ACE program. These students earned up to 25 college credits from Rio Salado College while concurrently studying to earn their high school equivalency diploma. Congratulations, Veronica Caceres, Jessica Valdez, Romero, and Aurelio Yanez, for your persistence and achievement in earning your high school diploma and completing the Adult ACE program. Finally, we are proud to offer instruction to students who are pursuing the high school equivalency diploma through the HSE plus Career Readiness pathway. This year, we have our first student who is completing this pathway, and we look forward to celebrating the achievements of more HSE plus Career Readiness pathway completers at future graduation ceremonies. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce the president of Rio Salado College, Kate Smith. Recently selected as Rio Salado's 5th college president after a nationwide search, President Smith previously served as Rio's vice president of academic affairs before assuming the role of interim president in August 2018. With nearly 30 years of educational experience, President Smith is a passionate student advocate and tireless leader, building social and economic mobility pathways, especially for underserved and marginalized students, to make education affordable, accessible, and equitable. President Smith, it is my pleasure to invite you to share opening remarks.
Thank you, Ms. Stewart, and good evening. As president of Rio Salado College, it is my distinct privilege to welcome you to the Rio Salado College 2020 and 2021 High School Equivalency Graduation Ceremony. Welcome graduates, family members, instructors, staff, honored guests, and friends joining us virtually from Arizona and across the nation. Graduates, tonight we gather as a community to recognize and celebrate you for your incredible achievement in earning your high school equivalency diploma. Your accomplishment is the culmination of a life-changing decision you made to pursue a high school equivalency diploma to create a brighter future for yourself and your family. By enrolling in Rio Salado's College Bridge Pathways program, you conquered uncertainty and opened the door to educational opportunity. Now many, if not all of you, received support and encouragement along the way, perhaps from family, friends, co-workers, as well as from your dedicated instructors and caring college staff. Please take time now to turn and thank those that have supported you, or text them or call them or email them after the ceremony. Please make sure to reach out and practice gratitude. Graduates, earning your diploma is a notable goal that you worked hard to achieve. You read the textbooks, asked the questions, solved the problems, completed the research, wrote the papers, and passed those tests. You have done the work and have made many sacrifices. Amid detours and distractions, you persisted. With purpose and determination, you met every challenge, you overcame every obstacle, and you achieved success. So tonight, you join more than 20,000 adult basic education students over the past 4 decades who have earned their diplomas through the College Bridge Pathway program. By earning that diploma, you leave a legacy of inspiration for others who wish to follow your example. Each of you has a unique, compelling, and important story to tell. We implore you to please tell your story to encourage others to pursue their education. Share your success. Your experience will inspire others seeking to change their lives through education. And as you step out into the world with newfound confidence, full of excitement and hope, I would like to encourage you to continue your education, working toward a college certificate or an associate's degree, bachelor's or master's degree. Keep education as a priority in your life. You have already been tested and learned powerful lessons that have prepared you for this moment. I am confident you will succeed in whatever you decide to do in creating a meaningful life for yourself and your family. The future is indeed bright. Next, I am honored to introduce Dr. Linda Thor, Governing Board President and Rio Salado College President Emerita. Before joining the Governing Board, Dr. Thor had more than 41 years of experience in the community college sector, serving as a Chief Executive Officer for 29 of those years. As president of Rio Salado for nearly 20 years, her legacy included taking college classes to the workplace and pioneering online programs and classes. Dr. Thor has a long history of community and civic involvement. She is a distinguished leader who has been recognized and celebrated with many honors and awards. Dr. Thor.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and in particular, members of the graduating classes of 2020 and 2021. It is a special privilege for me to be here to offer congratulations on behalf of the governing board of the Maricopa Community Colleges. It is also personally meaningful to me to speak at this particular college's ceremonies, as I had the honor to be Rio Salado's president for nearly 20 years. Graduates, against all odds, you have done something extraordinary. You have returned to school after a gap in your education, and you pursued your diploma with determination in spite of work, family commitments, and life's challenges, including a global pandemic. This ceremony signifies the opening of many new doors to you, doors to jobs and to further educational opportunities that were closed to you before. I know that each of you has mapped out for yourself a future that is as unique as your own fingerprints. And I also know that no matter what your plans include, you are now better prepared to achieve them than ever before. On behalf of the governing board of the Maricopa Community Colleges, I offer warmest congratulations and best wishes for your continued success.
Thank you, Dr. Thor. It is my privilege next to introduce Arizona Superintendent of Public Instruction, Ms. Kathy Hoffman. Ms. Hoffman has spent her entire career working in public education. Her experience as both an educator and advocate for students informs her vision for public education. Superintendent Hoffman believes in equal access to high-quality public education and believes Arizona's future starts in our schools. Ms. Hoffman.
Hello, I'm Superintendent Kathy Hoffman, and congratulations to our 2020 and 2021 graduates. In a time as challenging as these past 14 months, I want to congratulate each of you for achieving your diploma today. The challenges of this year meant that some of you were learning alongside your own children, constructing makeshift offices and desks to get assignments done, and finding a whole new rhythm of working and living amid a pandemic that often forced us to remain physically distant from our loved ones. To be here today, receiving your high school equivalency diploma is an extraordinary feat, even in the best of circumstances. I truly admire your grit and determination. And to our colleagues and educators at Rio Salado College, thank you for helping today's graduates achieve this accomplishment, and also for providing a virtual space for them to celebrate their work. Rio Salado has been invaluable in helping Arizona's learners take on the next steps in their education. But it's our students and what they're able to produce once leaving Rio Salado that really underscores the success of these programs. From here, you will continue to build on the foundation provided by Rio Salado and our educators. And I hope that some of you will decide to bring your knowledge and passion as lifelong learners back into the classroom as educators, administrators, and leaders. I hope you all take time to celebrate your incredible work and all the time and effort you've put into receiving your diploma. And again, congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Gonzalez, Dr. Thor, and Superintendent Hoffman for your inspirational remarks and for helping us to celebrate the accomplishments of our students. We've now come to another special moment in our program. It is my pleasure to introduce our 3 student speakers who will share about their journey to completing their diploma. First, Misty La Duke is a trip manager at Veo Logistics, and she's currently pursuing an associate's degree at Rio Salado College. Misty is a member of the National Adult Education Honor Society and has lived in Arizona for the past 21 years. Her professional goal is to finish her education and create an organization that tackles issues impacting the transgender community. Her personal goals are to be debt-free and a homeowner. Her mission statement is to be fully engaged in learning and to make a difference in the lives of others. And her motto is, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, she can achieve. Misty.
I'd like to begin by describing an experience that turned out to be pivotal in my life. In 2019, I had a terrific opportunity to work for a nationwide company that could raise my station in life. 3 days into the training, I was called into the manager's office and handed my walking papers. Next, they escorted me out of the building. They did not need to give a reason for letting me go, but I knew what it was. It was because they ran a background check and found I did not have my high school diploma. Outside, I sat in my vehicle for about an hour, beating myself, going through the phases of emotions. First shame, then anger, finally regret. I could hear my father's voice in my head reminding me of how a failure I was. After gathering myself and picking up my dignity at the lost and found, I hatched a plan to get my GED. The fear of being much older among younger students, which had held me back before, no longer held sway. Driving out of the parking garage, I was a person determined to get my GED. I still remember the hesitation as I called Rio Southern, inquiring about the GED program. I was immediately put at ease talking to the front desk staff. The idea of returning to school filled me with energy of excitement, and the possibility of getting my diploma had my mind floating in the clouds. I am the only one of my siblings who did not graduate high school. My first intention was getting my diploma and moving on in life. Once in the classroom, I discovered even more opportunities than the GED and saw how I could use them for my long-term goals. Here is what I found. The Seroptimus Scholarship to pay for all 4 of the GED exams to get my GED. IET Computer 1 and 2, IET Retail and Entrepreneurship classes, and the Adult ACE program, all at no cost. Being open and willing to do hard work is the key to my success. Even though I have achieved my goal of getting my diploma, I still attend the GED online classes because every time I learn something new. My goal is to graduate from a prestigious university with a bachelor's degree and be certified in project management and grant writing. I would like to establish an organization that tackles issues facing the transgender community, a cause that is very dear to my heart. All this has been made possible by getting my GED. I might be the only one of my siblings who did not graduate high school. However, I will be the first to get a college degree. I am driven to be a role model to my nieces and nephews that it is never too late to pursue an education. I would like to thank the selecting committee. It is quite an honor. I want to thank the amazing staff at Rio Southern, Christopher, Patricia, Thomas, Mike, Joey, Rachel, and Aliza. Thank you for seeing something in me and allowing me to be who I am. I must give thanks to the friends I made along the way: Kimberly, Carmen, Gina, Neil, and Stacy. The list goes on, and I would not have done it without your friendship and support. Being a student at Rio Southern is such a blessing. This is my message to the class of 2020-21. The road ahead will have its challenges. You must remain focused on good things in life and be positive. All your energy needs to be put into a good place. Try to be as kind as you can to everyone around you all the time. Always share positive thoughts and positive energy, no matter the ambiance around you. Surround yourself with people who have the same energy as you. The minute that someone does not have positive energy, you must very quickly remove yourself from that situation. You should no longer tolerate anything that does not contribute in a positive way to your aura, mental state, spirit, or being. We are controlled by the way our minds functions. Know that you have value and are worthy. It is okay to ask for help. Be open and willing. Above all, in these times of economic uncertainty, do not give up before the miracle happens. I congratulate each of you on achieving this milestone in getting your high school equivalency diploma. I am honored to be among such amazing achievers. Congratulations.
Thank you, Samisi. And now it is my pleasure to introduce Rotasha Bellamy. Rotasha has completed her GED with Rio Salado College and is currently in the Medical Administrative Assistant IET program at Phoenix College. Her future plans are to learn more about the medical field and receive more training. She is searching for a career in this field that would be the right fit for her. During her spare time, Rotasha likes to read, sing, listen to music, sightsee, and spend time with loved ones. She also loves plants and would like to learn how to garden. Rotasha.
I'm a proud single mom of 4 beautiful girls. I was 35 when I decided to come to Rio Salado College and get my GED. I wanted to show my kids that anything is possible and prove to myself I can do this. I joined Rio Salado College because it has one of the best GED preparation and tutoring programs. While in the program, my daughters had problems I had to help with. I had employment challenges, and on top of that, I really struggled with math. It took me 6 years to achieve my goal, but I did not give up. I'm currently in the Medical Administrative Assistant Program at Phoenix College. In the future, I want to become a homeowner so my children can have a place to call home. I want to see where this road takes me. Remember, it's not how you start, but how you finish. I thank God for strength for helping me to continue. I also thank Joey Wan, my math teacher, and Patricia Cadman, my RLA teacher, and Rio Salado College for helping me and motivate me. Most importantly, I want to thank Renee, my 16-year-old daughter, for her love and support and encouragement. Congratulations to those who completed their GED and to those who are still on the path completing theirs. Keep going. You got this.
Thank you, Rotasha. And finally, Alexandra Henderson. Alexandra embodies a spirit of perseverance and determination. Alexandra believes the people you surround yourself with and the mindset you put yourself in helps to keep you going. She tries to better herself every day and to keep her gaze set on the future and what she wants to attain for both her family and for herself. Alexandra has expressed her gratitude to the College Bridge program for providing her with lifelong skills and opportunities that she believes she would not have gained otherwise. Alexandra.
My name is Alexandra, but I go by Mommy, Daughter, and Little Sis most of the time. I didn't always go by Mommy though. I started out as a daughter to a sickly mother who became an addict and a little sister to an older brother who left when I was only 4 years old. Throughout my life, I was constantly behind in school due to my strenuous home life. Once I reached high school, I had lost all interest and motivation in school and eventually dropped out to take care of my sickly mother who had suddenly become terminally ill. Sadly, she could not be here to see me graduate with my high school equivalency diploma, but I digress. Eventually, my life choices led to me being a single mother working 3 jobs just to barely stay afloat. And I remember vividly one day just waking up and coming to a sudden and abrupt realization that I needed to change, not just for this beautiful person growing inside of me, but for myself as well. How could I show my own son love if I didn't know how to truly love myself and want only the best for myself? This simple realization lit a fire in my mind and heart. And while I worked 2 jobs and became a new mother, I somehow managed to earn my high school equivalency diploma. All in all, life is definitely not easy by any means, but I believe that people you surround yourself with and the mindset you put yourself in helps overcome life's hurdles. I can safely say that I have made my fair share of falls and stumbles, as everyone does, but we must always pick ourselves back up and keep our sights focused on the future. Once again, today is a wonderful and unforgettable day for all of us, both teachers and students alike. For the teachers, it's a moment of pride, and for the students, it's a moment of success. Each and every one of us worked hard to be here right now, and we should most certainly not only be celebrating our successful endeavors, but also planning our next. To each and every one of us, this is just one of the many stepping stones to the next challenge in life, whether it be for that job promotion or to move on to college. I congratulate you all on your accomplishments, especially due to all the hurdles that we've had to overcome this year due to the pandemic. Yet, we didn't make it here alone. From the support of our families to the support of our teachers, counselors, and many of the Rio Salado faculty members, especially my math teacher, Melissa King, who made coming to class fun and worthwhile. We were able to accomplish our goals. Thank you all for this wonderful opportunity, and I hope that you all continue to keep doing what you're doing so that you're able to touch the hearts of many other individuals who are in need of your support and guidance. Here's to 2021.
Thank you, Samisi, Rotasha, and Alexandra, for sharing your inspirational personal journey with us in completing your diplomas. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for has finally arrived, in acknowledgement of your successful completion. of the HSE requirements, we will now share a photo presentation of our graduates and a name scroll of all of our 2020 and 2021 graduates who have persisted and completed this important milestone that we celebrate tonight. On behalf of the faculty, college staff, administration, and leadership of Rio Salado College, I want to share how incredibly proud we are of you. You have demonstrated perseverance and resilience to complete your education despite life's challenges. It is a great honor to recognize you for your accomplishments. Congratulations, graduates. The world is now yours to make better. And Rio Salado College is proud to have served with you. And we wish you a wonderful future filled with academic, career, and personal success.
On behalf of everyone in attendance tonight, I want to express our appreciation to you for sharing your congratulatory remarks with our graduates who celebrate an important accomplishment this year. We are so proud of you, and on behalf of Rio Salado College, we wish you nothing but success as you pursue your next education and career goals. Thank you, President Smith, Dr. Gonzalez, Dr. Thor, Superintendent Hoffman, and our student speakers, Samisi, Rotasha, and Alexandra. Your words remind us all how valuable education is to our lives. Although we could not be together in person to celebrate this special event, I am pleased that our graduates had the opportunity to receive their graduation caps and tassels to commemorate this occasion. Graduates will also receive a graduation program and a Rio Salado College Certificate of Recognition by mail after the ceremony. Thank you to all the instructors, staff, and college leaders who made this celebration possible. As we bring the ceremony to its conclusion, we salute all the graduates who decided to make education a priority. Graduates, we thank you for allowing Rio Salado College to be a part of your journey. We hope we may continue to serve you with your future educational goals. Graduates, there is one more thing to do tonight to make it official. On my count of 3, move your tassels from the right to the left side of your cap as the graduating class of 2020 and 2021. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Congratulations, graduates!